Hello, friends. Today I want to talk about, yes, you guessed it if you saw the title of this video, how the sausage gets made. And that is not actually just a saying in this case. I'm actually going to talk about real life sausage. But the reason that I'm talking about sausage is because I want to talk about how vital consistency is, how important it is. And I know you hear me talk about it all the time, but today I was like, I heard the perfect example. I typed it up and I was like, they absolutely need to hear this. So if you've been wondering why consistency matters and why people randomly leave when you change your business messaging voice, this is the episode for you to watch. For those catching the replay, thank you so much for showing up. You're amazing and I love you. And for those who are watching live, feel free to leave questions in the comments. I will answer them. I have the comments open this time. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not distracted. Let's dive into this. Oh, Malia said hi. Hi, Malia. So today I want to tell you the story about a butcher shop. Yes, a butcher shop. Remember, I mentioned that there would be sausage involved. So my husband's aunt lives in Carlsbad, California, which is honestly like the most beautiful and amazing place any person could live. So if you're like, I wonder where to live, where there's like ocean breezes and very little rain and it's not too hot, yeah, I would highly recommend Carlsbad, but don't tell my husband's aunt that I said that because she's like, no new people. But there's this butcher shop there called Tip Top Meats, and hopefully I don't get an angry letter from them for calling them out, but they could hire me and I could help them because this is their big problem. Can you guess what their big problem is? Yes, it has to do with consistency, which is what we're talking about today. So I want you to understand that this place has been famous for decades for one specific thing. Yes, that's right. Their breakfast sausage. And so people would come from all over the place to get the sausage. And my husband will say, he's like, when I eat Kruger cakes, which is his uncle's last name, and his uncle used to be a fireman and he used to cook for everybody, and he would make Kruger cakes, and they're technically Montana hot cakes. If you want the recipe, let me know. It's the most delicious pancake that I've ever tasted. But my husband's like, without the sausage, it's just not the same. So one time his aunt went down there to get the sausage for us because we were going over and we were going to make Kruger cakes. And she showed up and it was under new management. There was a new owner, and the new owner said, oh yeah, we actually changed the sausage recipe. And she was like, wait, what? What do you mean you changed the recipe? He's like, oh, but don't worry. This sausage tastes even better than the old sausage. So what happened was someone retired. They sold off their business, right? This butcher shop, which was famous for this breakfast sausage. It's the most famous thing on their menu. And what did the new person come in and do? They changed the most famous thing on the menu right away, like zero waiting. So this person bought the shop, and maybe they know so much about being an amazing butcher. Maybe they are an amazing cook, right? And they were like, I think I can make the sausage even better. But they didn't understand the business consequences of what that would do. So my husband's aunt goes in and she's like, I'm pretty upset about this sausage recipe change. And the man behind the counter says, okay, well, I understand that you are nervous. So what I want to do is give you a pound of sausage for free. And she's like, okay. And then she left and went home and cooked the sausage to see if it was any good, because she's like preparing to serve it to us, right? To family. And she makes a little tiny thing of the sausage, tastes it, and throws the rest of the pound in the trash and never goes back to Tip Top. And can you guess why? Does it matter if the new recipe for the sausage was better or worse than the original recipe? No, it doesn't matter, because that was the most famous thing at that place. People would go, and what did they want? Did they want something different or new? No, they wanted that familiarity. They wanted that specific flavor that the original owner's sausage recipe had. When you show up consistently, People like that feeling. They trust that feeling. When you change something that they love, they get upset and the trust disappears. And I have driven past Tip Top Meats ever since, like after that happened. And I can tell you that it was not crowded. Like there used to be a line out the door. One tiny change like that can bring a business down. It can cut their profits in half. It can cut your profits in half. So what I want you to understand today is that it is okay to adjust your business. It is not okay to take the one thing that has been consistent in your business from the very beginning and change it all around so that your legacy customers don't know what you offer anymore, because you're going to lose trust. And without trust, no one is ever going to want to pay to work with you. That is just the truth. You need that trust. For me, in my business, that would be the key element of storytelling. I am still going to use storytelling in everything I do, even though I've completely shifted from coaching fiction writers to working with business owners to use storytelling to grow their influence, their brand, and then leverage the visibility they get. And the reason that I can do that is because of consistency. I help them build that foundation first, which for me is the storytelling. That's my foundation. That's my passion. That's where I come from. When I talk to people about storytelling, my face lights up. When my clients are like, I want to connect with my clients better using my own story, I'm like, yes, absolutely. I am the one who can help you do that. And that's why they come to me. But if all of a sudden I started saying, storytelling is not that great. In fact, I think maybe we should stop using storytelling as the center of this business. All of the people who have worked with me in the past and all of the people who I've been building trust with over time, they're going to peace out. They're going to leave because I changed how the sausage was made. Do you understand how important this is? Do you see how passionate I am about this? It actually doesn't even matter if you have a ton of visibility if you don't have that foundation of consistency, because it will be impossible for you to build trust, which means people will not give you money. They won't trust you with their time. They won't trust you with their money. And if you're wondering, Kristin, how can I figure out what my business foundation is, what my consistency needs to be moving forward so that I don't change the way the sausage gets made as my business scales and grows, then I suggest you head to literarysymmetry.com/pathway, where you can get my 30-minute complimentary class that teaches you how to build your one big sentence so that you know what you're saying consistently every time you meet someone who wants to hear about your business. It's complimentary. All I'm asking for is an investment in your time, right? But because I show up here as myself every day and my business voice sounds the same and I never stop caring about storytelling, you trust me, right? You know that if you invest 30 minutes in a masterclass with me, you're going to get a result that will help you and your business grow. So don't change how the sausage gets made unless you want to cut your profits in half and half and half. And if you want to try Tip Top Meats, feel free. I'm not going back there anytime soon, because once you lose a customer, it is almost impossible to get them back. Remember, your business story matters, and I will talk to you next time.